All right, hello everyone. Welcome.
They're still waiting, Neil.
I don't think so.
Why?
Maybe just like press the button or something.
It is no. I mean, we are streaming somewhere. Hold on.
Well, that's
Oh my
exciting.
God! It's happened again. This is exactly what happened before.
Somewhere is exciting.
Live. All right, we are live. The same exact thing happened before. This is exactly the same problem. Okay.
Now play the music.
But we've got to tell the other people that we're over here.
Okay.
So what do we do?
Okay. Guys, if you're waiting, bear with us. Stand by.
Are there people in the Riverside room or?
No, they're not in the Riverside room. There's one person. So the issue is we don't seem to be able to schedule this ahead of time. Even though let's see, chat. Why can't this? Oh my God. Are we able to put, I don't even know how to open the chat to tell people to go over to the other thing. All right. You know what? Let's just go. You guys are going to take it.
What do you mean?
And I'll work on the tech behind the scenes.
We'll get. All right. We'll know you'll have it sorted when you come back. Right.
All right. We're starting right now.
The sounds of freedom.
All right. Welcome everyone to the second episode of People Who Suck. I am Neil Pollack, the greatest living American writer and the senior editor of the American edition of The Spectator magazine, the world's oldest magazine. I am joined on this revival, second week of this revival of People Who Suck by Megan Daum, who is the founder of the Unspeakeasy and a Gen X writer of great note and renown. Megan is currently working on some tech issues related.
Yeah, I'm also an audio engineer.
And she's our audio engineer. She's here. Richard Rushfield, the premier entertainment journalist of Generation X, a founder and of the
premier entertainment journalist of Generation X. That's like
it's true though. It's true. Unfortunately, Richard, that's what you got. And usually we were recently with Stacey Woods, former star of The Daily Show and of Arrested Development, and an advice columnist for somewhere in Canada, in Los Angeles, in California. She's
international.
An international advice columnist. She was here, but she seems to have ducked out temporarily. But Stacey,
she gave up on this.
she quit. She couldn't handle. She couldn't handle it.
I think the Chuck Mangione was a little close to home there.
Yeah, and we were playing Chuck Mangione because when we used to do People Who Suck back on the Clubhouse app was it 2020 or did we do it in 2021, Richard?
I don't know years. Stacy texts. She says she's lost in cyberspace. So that makes sense.
It was 2021, I think. Or you know what? It might have been the very end of 2020 that we started doing it. I have memories of it being winter time, and
we were all sad and lonely and annoyed by the culture, and we got together on Clubhouse at Richard's urging, and did a daily show of some sort, a cultural comment. I don't know what it was.
It was a gathering, a hangout.
It was, and we all had such a good time that we continued for the next 4 years. Talked on a text thread, instant message.
We spent 4 years discussing that we should do this again and get together. It took about 4 years.
4 years. years
for Megan to schedule this.
For Megan to finally get enough tech.
It would have taken 40 years for me to do it, but
yeah, 400 for me. So
it was well worth the wait. Obviously,
it's going great. We
Peter says our chatter Peter says there are 6 people on another stream link on this channel.
Yeah, I just told them where to go. I just now.
Well, they haven't missed much yet. We haven't missed much, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for them to get back over here, and then we're gonna try to get Stacy to come back because Stacy is supposed to read the invocation.
Did she get bored, or she had a legit tech problem?
She says she's trapped in the machine, like the guy from Tron. She's now living in Riverside FM, like existing in sort of.
Oh, here she is. Okay, she's coming back. Riverside FM. That sounds very Delilah-esque, kind of.
Yeah.
Light FM, coast to coast.
All right. Well, we've got Stacy. I see her letter. Stacy, you're back. You're with us.
Can she hear us? Stacy, are you there?
I am.
Oh.
Oh, thank God. All right. Well, good, because we're ready to start, and we can't start without this week's without our invocation, our traditional invocation, our poem, our beginning poem. Richard, you can explain to us a little bit about what that is, how and why we start every episode this way.
Yeah. So this is we're poetic people. We're a group of we're people of the arts, I would say, and this is one of the great seminal texts of our times and our generation. It's from the film Cocktail, starring Mr. Tom Cruise, and at some point in this film, he recites a poem that I'd like to think Tom himself wrote, but maybe not. That sort of explains the ethos of the bartender and of our people, and I found it means a lot, and it really says who we are and what we're doing in this.
Find a generation.
Yeah.
So, Stacy, would you do us the honor of reading the barman's poem from Cocktail?
Yes. You can all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I am the last barman poet. I am the last barman poet. I see America drinking the fabulous cocktails I make. Americans getting stinky on something I stir or shake. The sex on the beach, the schnapps made from peach, the velvet hammer, the Alabama slammer.
Alabama slammer,
yeah.
I make things with juice and froth. The pink squirrel, the three-toed sloth. I make drinks so sweet and snazzy. The iced tea, the kamikaze, the orgasm, the death spasm, the Singapore sling, the ding-a-ling. America, you've just been devoted to every flavor I've got. But if you want to get loaded, why don't you just order a shot? The bar is open.
Beautifully done, Stacey.
That was real. That was
the bar
really.
Is open. The bar is
Thank
open,
you.
and people who
The
suck.
bar is open.
So say we all. That was really moving.
that gave me a lot to think about.
That's really good. It's
Yeah.
like you've been practicing for years. Huh?
You know that, and you can take that literally or as a metaphor. It works equally well.
Yeah.
Either way.
Really, really well done. So this is last week we did our first revival episode of People Who Suck, and I thought it personally went great. I mean, I was floating on air for hours. I just could barely, my feet didn't even touch the ground. But this week's a more important episode, I think, because it shows that we have the stick-to-itiveness, as it is, to stay with the project, but also one of the major things we did at the old show was we kind of celebrated. We didn't really celebrate celebrity deaths, but we spent a lot of time talking about celebrity deaths, and this has been really one of the biggest weeks of celebrity deaths that I can remember. The past week.
Yeah, it's been a tough one.
Pretty much.
I
mean, I don't know what we're going to do after this because I think they all died this week.
I don't know. Yeah, who's left?
Every day brought fresh opportunities for people.
Mourning.
Self-absorbed internet mourning of celebrities. I think we need to start. I hate to rank deaths in order of their importance, right? But I think everyone's going to agree that of the 4 celebrities who died this week, that Ozzy Osbourne had the broadest cultural impact. So I think
he's the main one.
I know Hulk Hogan also a big one,
but I think it's really important with Ozzy's death that, like, for 40 years people have been going around saying, it's fine to eat live bat heads. It's look at Ozzy. It doesn't.
I mean, he was way ahead of his time when you think about it.
He's
the whole COVID.
He's live bats and he looks great. He's the picture of health. And now,
I don't know why they didn't study him.
The
whole lab leak.
But now you see that shit catches up with you.
It does.
Let's be clear. Ozzy did not know it was a live bat. He thought it was a rubber bat.
Yeah. Well,
so he didn't do it on purpose.
I mean, it's a common mistake.
Who hasn't done that?
Who among us hasn't done this? But
did he say he wouldn't have done it if he had known it was live? Or
he still would have done it.
I mean, you got to commit to the bit.
Well, here's the thing about Ozzy Osbourne, right? There are sort of 2 main phases of his celebrity life. The one of the the creators of heavy metal, and also one of the creators of light family style reality television. Very different genres of entertainment, really. But I feel like Stacy, who once worked as a bouncer at the Viper Room, was that a bouncer? Yeah. Can speak to Ozzy as a musical icon. I don't know. Did he have a lot of influence on your own songwriting, or?
Of course. I mean, the guy was a mensch. He's missed. He's a wonderful person. He did help create a genre of television he should have been the only one doing it. It should have died after him. He's the only one qualified to do it. That show only worked, but then ironically, that show led to a million copycats, including Hogan Knows Best. So you got
but
it bookends.
It led to. I mean, before that show, we thought entertainment was like doctors solving mysterious ailments and lawyers and spies fighting, and then we just said we just want to see celebrities, idiot children being annoying.
And their dogs shooting everywhere.
We don't need all that.
And a lot of clutter. We want to see celebrities with a lot of clutter.
We don't need all that.
He was not a minimalist.
Mania. Yeah.
We don't need all that shoot 'em up and all these hospitals and big sets. Let's just have Jack whine for a while. That's all we need. And I think that was the end of world culture as we know it.
Or let's not say the end as much as the apex.
Yeah, could possibly. I mean, I think of a world where we never knew that Jack and Kelly Osbourne existed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even want to think about that.
I mean, I would have written probably dozens of novels by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how different my life would be.
Everything.
I don't know. I mean, I wrote dozens of novels regardless, but nobody read them, so it didn't matter.
Were they about Kelly and Jack Osbourne?
No. My brow was pitched way too high for that.
But also it was taking, Osby was something dark and sinister, and eating bats every day for.
Did you say Osby, like the Osby Show?
I know. I like this as a portmanteau. The Cosby Show. We did lose Malcolm-Jamal Warner. We talked about that. Although we should say,
the connections.
Just for the before the moment passes, Chuck E. Cheese in the comments says, my understanding it was actually like a dove or a pigeon, and later they said it was a bad. He says bat. That's a Freudian typo because it seemed more gothic.
Yeah, I think it was a dove.
I mean, that's
It changes everything.
I think a bat tastes better, probably.
Oh, I think a dove tastes better.
Definitely. Well, it's 99% pure.
There's a lot more meat
That's
on
ivory.
a dove.
That's ivory.
The feathers, though. I'd rather.
Yeah. I mean, a bat is a mammal.
Leathery.
Yeah, bat. I mean, you can't be a vegetarian and eat a bat, but you can potentially
and also
vegetarian and eat a dove.
I get. Well, you could be a chicken, the kind of vegetarian.
Oh, you
Is
could
is
be
a bat like a red meat? Is it, or is it a white?
Yeah.
I don't.
That's a
All
good
right.
question.
Okay.
Well,
black-
anyway, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne, one of the greats.
Yeah, will be missed.
I think we've already touched on these. We've mentioned two other important celebrities who died this week, but I feel like Hulk Hogan, if you had to rank them, would probably just come in right behind Ozzy Osbourne in terms of the number, literally the number of people he touched.
Dead last. I'd say he's dead last.
For
I think it
you.
goes Mangione, Osborne, Theo
I mean,
Huxtable.
Mangione is the obvious front runner. It's not even. We don't even have to mention it.
Well,
I mean,
there
that's
are
the
no words.
soundtrack of our lives.
all right. Look, obviously, this is not the host group that's going to celebrate the legacy, Hulk Hogan's professional wrestling legacy. I don't think any of us are a big Hulkamania fan. Although Megan, you're from Nebraska, you might have.
I am not from Nebraska. I did a little time there.
Oh, you
Why?
did-
Is he from Nebraska?
You were in jail in Nebraska.
Yeah, I was in the witness
guess
protection
I
program.
mean, I guess I grew up in Phoenix. That that is definitely like WWE fan.
No,
territory.
nobody I knew in Nebraska was particularly into Hulk Hogan. But I feel like you, Neil, don't you have something in common? I mean, he
Sort
sued
of.
Gawker,
Yeah,
and
Well,
you've
so
had
here's-
your
My-
moments with Gawker.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? So I'm a professional wrestling fan. I am not. If I like actual theater, even but
Whoa.
Like Glengarry Glen
All right.
Ross, or what do you
Yeah,
mean? Or
yeah,
Wicked?
like-
What do you mean?
yeah, or like or Hamlet, or I don't know.
HMS Pinafore.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, absolutely, Annie, or especially Annie.
Yeah.
But the
It's a Sondheim, right?
Sondheim. But
Sondheim he wrote Annie, right?
no.
No.
Oops, close. He could have. He
He
could have.
saw Annie a couple. I think he saw Annie a couple. Of times.
I doubt he did. I highly doubt.
Oh, he lived in New York in the
I know.
70s. He saw Annie.
He would
Anyway,
stoop to that.
the point being, when I was a semi well-known writer in the aughts, I was trying to sell my book. I did sell my book Alternative. I wrote it, but I tried to turn it into a TV series and a movie very unsuccessfully. But I was continuing to try to perpetuate the Alternadad brand. So I was writing these blog posts for whoever would pay me. And I wrote something for Epicurious, which is a food website.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
With recipes, but mostly recipes and restaurant reviews.
Does that still exist?
I have no. I don't.
That
I
was
don't-
huge. It was such a huge
Yeah,
deal when that
yeah.
came out. Like, have you,
But I
have you
had
heard of this new
for some
thing?
reason.
Epicurious?
For some reason, I had a column for Epicurious, and I wrote a piece about a very alternative activity to do with your child, which is taking him to Whole Foods and teaching him how to eat cheese through various cheese samples. It's super hip, very alternative. But Gawker, it was it was a stupid column, and it was just but I like cheese. I can't help it. Anyway, Gawker decided.
Have you tried? Have you tried to help it?
I haven't, but Gawker
Right,
decided that this was the moment to take down the Alternadad brand. So this writer from Gawker just created an avatar of my toddler son. I made him a commenter on the site and had him talking about how I was emotionally abusing him, and also wrote a lot of pieces about the kid and said how he was going to be a monster and a horror when he grew up, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, it was pretty harsh and pretty ruinous, and it was maybe one of the reasons why Alternadad eventually collapsed as a brand
because of its effect on you, or
yeah,
or
I just
the public,
it was mean. It was really cruel, right? So, but it wasn't like they were doing anything illegal. I was writing annoying stuff about being a hipster dad, and they were making fun of me.
So you didn't think so? This was before Twitter and everything. Do you think you could have turned this around if you'd had the tools? You could.
I don't know. I was doing a lot. I
reclaimed it.
was smoking a lot of weed at the time, and my brain wasn't necessarily as sharp as it is.
None of our brains are as sharp as they were now.
Mine is much sharper than it was
Mine
then.
gets less by the day.
I'm getting stronger every day. But the point is,
And 10 years later, Terry Bollea, known as Hulk Hogan, took up your cause.
more or less. Well, really, Peter Thiel, billionaire tech entrepreneur who Gawker had outed as gay in 2007. He really was looking for a way to to get back at him. So rather than contact me, who would have gladly taken the $31 million judgment of a Florida court, he picked up Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea's cause. But then again, Hulk Hogan, they did publish a tape of him having sex with his friend Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
Oh, that's right.
So little more salacious than taking your kid to Whole Foods to eat cheese samples. So, but the point is, all of Gawker's soiled underwear was aired in this court case, and it destroyed them, and they had to pay a huge settlement, and the media company went bankrupt, and all those evil Gawker people were scattered to the five winds. And
although the generation of evil Gawker people that you were fighting against, we're already kind of pretty much scattered by that point.
But it's but they're
other than Nick Denton, the evil.
They were scattered to much higher media platforms.
Yeah, but it's
they
all
were elevated.
It's all fruit from the same. It's all rotten fruit from the same tree, as far as I'm concerned. So look, this is a little more serious sounding than we like to get at. But I'm grateful personally, grateful to Hulk Hogan for taking. I don't know, Richard. You once worked for Gawker Media.
When you talk about the rotten fruit, here's your rotten fruit sitting before you.
Well, I consider you more fermented, like people.
This is just fine wine.
Yeah,
You're a preserved lemon.
I will tell you this. I'm a man who I'm not known for my. People don't say, you know what? There's a real ray of sunshine, Richard. I was feeling down, and then I just saw him skipping across the street, and I was like, the world's okay. I have skills. I bring things to the table. I hope, but the sunshine and joy aren't the things that normally associate me. When I spent a month in working out of Gawker headquarters in New York, I remember sitting in the weekly editors meeting there. I was subbing for the editor who was on his honeymoon. So Nick Denton was there, and all the editors, and the amount of like pure hatred in that room, like they all hated each other. Nick hated them. They hated him back.
Those were the good days, weren't there? Of 90s media, early 2000s media.
The aughts.
It was a great time. I mean, I'm getting chills just remembering those kinds of meetings.
Yeah. My Gen X bummer credentials could withstand anything, but that was intense.
What did the meetings? How did they go? Were they like pitching ideas? Like,
no,
hey, here's somebody to destroy. Like, what do you think of this?
It would start Nick saying, "Here's my plan of the thing I'm going to do with the website," and them all saying, "That is so fucking stupid. You're a fucking idiot. You're going to destroy this. Why we wasted time working hard on this?" And him threatening to fire people.
Wow.
And just saying you got to
really. And this wasn't a performance. This was for
real?
No,
it was just pure. It was just like if you took like 20 arch enemies, 20 people who hated each other most in the world, and threw them in a room together, and said, "Let's talk about plans for next week." That's kind of what it felt like.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite of the people who suck planning process, basically.
Yeah, really. I'm glad you were able to.
It was like
have that model to work from.
It was this millennial hate, though. Which is of another caliber because they don't have souls, so they can do it under. I remember I was sitting next to. This was my first education in millennial. I was sitting next to the now famed. Can we say it? Well, why not? Lux Altrunum, who was
hopefully that person's not listening.
Who was the head of their porn verticals, Fleshbot, as was known, and then went on to fame writing the Shitty Media Men's List that destroyed many people's lives, widely circulating.
You guys, right? That's how you ended up here.
But she was sitting next to me, and I had a question about the content management system, and I turned and asked it to her, and she didn't respond. So I thought she hadn't heard, so I repeated the question, and she still didn't look at me or respond. So I said it one more time. I thought maybe she's there, and she's still, I don't know, right? Whatever. I looked back at my computer, and she had typed as a I am the response to my question. That opened my eyes too. I said we're a new wave is coming. But my question is, what's going on with your cheese intake these days, Neil?
I had a nice a cheese orphan from Whole Foods for lunch with some crackers and some.
You love the cheese orphan.
I adopt several cheese orphans a week. And digest
You get
them.
some sort of tax credit for that, or
I'm like the Fagin of cheese orphans.
No, I just don't. I just give. I just send money. I'm virtual. I virtually adopt them.
How many breeze a week are you really putting away in that house now?
I'm mostly eating like hard cheeses.
Yeah.
On the hard stuff now.
Yeah, I'm on the hard. Yeah, I mean, look,
you got a Gouda going over there.
Eventually, you have to move along.
Yeah.
You can't
get off on the soft cheeses.
You can't get off on the Camembert when the brie. So all right. So anyway, R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, and definitely R.I.P. Gawker Media. Thank you for body slamming them out of our lives. On a more Gen X note, we lost a member, a founding member of our generation.
Yeah.
Probably like someone when we finally do get around to doing our Gen X Hall of Fame, someone who'd have to consider. Or Malcolm-Jamal Warner, Theo from the Cosby Show, drowned this week while on vacation in Costa Rica.
I mean, it was just a matter of time, wasn't it?
I mean, Gen Xers can't swim. Notoriously.
And I was like, I saw someone saying like, isn't it just tragic that Malcolm-Jamal Warner is dead and Bill Cosby is still alive? And I'm like, well, okay, but Bill Cosby, he wasn't on vacation in Costa Rica. He waited. But it's sad. I mean, it's very. I don't know if I really have anything else.
It's terrible. Do we know the circumstances? It's very
they said sad. They said he drowned while swimming in the ocean in Costa Rica. He was healthy and working and relatively beloved. And in typical Gen X fashion, his death was immediately drowned out, so to speak, by the death of famous boomers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't that always the case? Is he our first Cosby death?
The guy who played
Lisa Bonet's not dead?
No,
I don't know.
I think she drowned in clothing.
I don't think any. I think the rest all just like I think they all jumped off a bridge somewhere together.
Felicia Rashad was recently seen in the Creed movies, so she's around. The guy who played Alvin, Sandra's husband, there was a story about him working at.
He worked at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, so he's not dead. Alvin. Skippy Skippy was from Family Ties.
Yes.
So he's still alive, I think.
I have no memory of a single second of the Cosby Show.
Can I just real talk here, guys?
Yeah.
Terrible show. Never.
Not
funny.
Show.
Nothing going on.
There were some. I will say there were some moments where like Bill Cosby would bring back some jazz greats, and they would have a few musical numbers. Those are okay.
Well, that was not the conceit of the show. That was the original. Like that was a show that like stuff white people liked.
Yeah.
To make themselves feel less racist. That show was like the proto Obama, really.
I watched it. It was on in the same block with Cheers, so I watched it. And it was on with Family Ties, which is also not good, but which I still
Family Ties had some good writing though.
I love Family Ties. I'm trying to, there were other shows came and went in that block, but the Cosby Show was the most popular show in the United States for several years.
I'm sure I watched it, and I don't remember a single thing. I could probably write you the scripts of every single episode of Facts of Life.
Yeah.
But, please do.
Yeah, I'm working on it. That's my retirement project. But
you have a photographic memory verbatim.
Facts of Life.
But I can't tell you a single thing that ever happened on the
I can.
I
Bill
can.
Cosby. Bill Cosby played not an obstetrician.
Was he a gynecologist?
Not
That
a
would be
gynecologist.
ironic.
He was an obstetrician,
Oh.
and he had his office in the basement of his Brooklyn brownstone, where he would probe women with speculum. I'm not kidding.
Made a basement in the ground. Well,
Yeah.
that was
That's
not a harbinger of anything at all.
Like Buffalo Bill or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fantastic.
All right. So, and then finally, we lost Chuck Mangione.
The great,
The great flugelhornist.
Yeah.
the voice of Gen X. I mean, that was like.
Well, except that he was 84.
No, our voices sound like flugelhorns.
He was the
Yeah.
voice of the flugelhorn.
I mean, I imagine it was the first thing that the Trump administration said when they came back. Like, we cannot have Chuck Mangione playing out there. Like, reminding people that freedom exists and that
the Trump administration.
Yeah, and that they can, and that they still have choice and can fly like a bird, anytime they want. We have to silence this if we're ever going to complete our
Village
takeover of
people
America.
only.
Oh, you think the government killed Chuck Mangione, an 84-year-old?
Let's just say
flugelhorn player.
Let's just say I don't see people in the White House looking too sad about this. Is all I'll say.
No, they were mourning the Hulkster though.
Yeah, they're
No,
sure.
of
Were they
course.
ever?
And about Mangione, they're just like, oh, did he die? Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah, nothing about Ozzy. Trump said nothing about Ozzy this week. Nothing.
I would have loved to hear Chuck Mangione cover an Ozzy tune on the flugelhorn.
More than you would have liked.
Bark at the Moon or
hear,
a Black Sabbath song.
Lady Gaga covered.
Yes, I
Mangione.
saw.
Yeah,
Well, I
was that
thought that
about?
was a moving tribute. I did see that Gaga clip.
She was moving when she did it.
I mean,
This is what I say about back in his heyday, his bat eating heyday. He was something scary and intimidating, and now, thanks to that show, he just became the warm, cuddly old, Satan next door. It was, and everyone's covering him and dancing along and singing and
Yeah,
headbanging.
yeah,
and-
exactly.
Lady Gaga. Yeah, he was a prime influence on the work of Lady Gaga, I'm sure.
He was an early memory hold figure. We forgot
This is
all of
why
his sins.
this is why you can't have punk anymore. You can't. It's all been swallowed by the big cuddly millennial group hug there.
Yeah, but like you said, there's this sort of darkness to the millennials too. We're trying to. Just one of the things we're trying to do on the show is just to eradicate their influence. We're trying to tamp it down.
Oh, can we do that? That'd be great.
We're trying.
We're doing a good job because we've got
Yeah.
7 people watching. I mean,
But
we
that's
are
watching
building
live.
the foundation.
That's watching live. The archives will come
I forgot
later.
to post, well, especially because I forgot to post last week's recording.
Well,
so
you can't. I mean, that's not.
it's really good.
Shouldn't have to post it to get viewers.
Do
No.
you guys, you know what? One of my bugaboos as a Gen Xer is that this assumption that our parents are boomers.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents were not
Yeah,
boomers.
no,
My
no.
parents
No.
hated the boomers. The millennials' parents are the boomers.
Yes.
My
exactly.
siblings
No.
were boomers.
We're like the we're between the greatest. We're the generation that has no name.
My parents were boomers.
Really?
Were
Were they
what?
like teen
They were-
parents?
Oh,
They were
how
born.
young were they?
Well, they were in their 70s when they died, but they were born in the 40s, the 1940s.
That's not boomer.
Are they
That's-
not?
No.
My
no,
mom always said.
that's
Barely.
sandwich generation.
she
Yeah.
So
always said-
actually, they
Was it
the silent generation?
where the husband said, "Make me a sandwich."
It
That's their
explains.
generation.
It explains why my dad liked sandwiches so much.
Yeah,
I-
that explains a little.
I would never understood it until now. Okay.
Well, our parents' generation is actually the generation that the Beatles and Rolling Stones and all of them are heroes of the boomers, but they're actually too old.
Yeah.
They're not actually boomers themselves. They're,
All right.
My
Right.
parents
My
liked
parents
Gordon
hated
Miller.
that stuff, though.
Yeah.
But you're right. They no. I mean, my parents didn't identify with boomers at all.
No.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Well, I don't know.
I just think this is an important distinction, and
Yeah,
I think
do
more
too.
people need to
right.
understand
I think
this.
you're right. I just don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
now it's causing you to rethink my entire childhood, which is not something I really
Because
wanna-
look at the way that the boomers raised their kid. The millennials are the way they are
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
way the
The
boomer
millennials are
parenting
just little
methods.
boomers. They're
And
just,
so,
yeah.
right, we are we would be totally different if we had been raised by boomers.
All right, fair. It's fair. It's fair. All right, so I wanted to speaking of Gen X, Richard, you pointed there was some piece in the Ankler this week about something a phenomenon called the Gen X hustle.
Yes.
Not something I'm familiar with. Having not, I don't hustle.
Is that a dance? It's a
So our
Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
Our reporter
Deep cut.
Melaine Lowe has uncovered the fact that because the boomers won't leave their jobs and still control every important job in Hollywood, that Gen Xers who should be
In charge.
coasting and just riding on our sinecures are now forced to do this thing to look for work called hustling, where you gotta sort of scramble to like pay the rent
Cold
and
call people and
keep
stuff.
food on the table and look for things. And
Huh.
Jeb, Elaine is an excellent reporter, very hard. I'm not sure if she's ever hung out with a Gen Xer or a group of Gen Xers.
Is she a
and
boomer? And she wouldn't leave her
she's a
job?
millennial.
Or-
She's a
oh,
millennial.
I see.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
well, right,
Very
'cause
millennial. Yeah.
Right, here's the thing. Like, I don't know if any of you have this phenomenon occur to you, but a couple times a month I'll get an email from some former editor I used to work with at some magazine or other, saying that they're starting a Substack, and that this media brand they're launching this media brand, and I'm just like, okay, Terry or Mark or whoever your name is. I'm like, I just hang it up,
Yeah.
hang it up. It's not happening. That's just too much hustle for me. It just feels like they're working, they're trying. It's not. This is not the time to enter entrepreneur mode, as far as I'm concerned.
No, I mean my goal since I entered the workforce, I found that at every company there was like this one person who everybody said like, what the hell does he do here? Why are we paying? And he sort of wanders around, kind of drifts into meetings in the middle, and then makes like some cryptic remark like, well, sounds like that'll be something to celebrate, and then wanders out. And
You want to be that guy.
goes
You
to
want to be
lunch
that
with
guy.
goes to lunch with the boss, and everybody's scared what he's saying about them, and that is the only job to have. And I've been.
I think
auditioning-
we're a generation of personality hires, right?
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
all
I
I'm qualified. to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
We also got into college for our personalities. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, it
that was
wasn't
back when you could get personality affirmative actioned in.
I wish they'd bring that back.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
There
I
would be
mean-
nobody in college. That would just be empty.
I got into college for my ability to put the application in the mail, which was Hampshire College's
My
complete.
ability to have $600 got me. Got
Yeah.
my parents for $600 a semester.
Yeah, so
this is why
I
they
just
hate
so
us.
the idea, I've tried to hustle every time I try to hustle, I just kind of end up out of breath, and
Yeah.
so like I think just kind of well, you mentioned like walking at a relatively brisk pace, Stacy. That's all we
Yeah.
really need.
Yeah.
The
good for
greatest
you.
day. I don't know. Were you guys paying attention like a year ago? This was huge. That they found out that the medical establishment announced that you don't need to take 10,000 steps a day. You only need 7,000.
Oh.
So instead of being 8,000 behind every day, I was only like 3,000.
5,000 behind.
I was gonna say you could just not walk for
Yeah,
like
it's-
6 months or so, so you could
Just to even it up.
Even it out.
That's
Yeah,
how
'cause
I
you'd be way
celebrated.
ahead.
I used my surplus.
Right.
Burned it
Just
up.
don't get
but
out of bed.
That should be a Gen X like national holiday every year. We should
Yeah,
commemorate.
it's like
Commemorate
carbon
the-
credits
The
in reverse.
the 3,000 step reduction day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
What are you doing for it this year?
Nothing. Absolutely
Staying
nothing.
around.
The opposite of hustling. Um, whatever that is what I'm doing.
We could put millennials in like a rodeo ring and throw things at them to make them walk 3,000 steps.
Like they shoot horses, don't they? They shoot millennials, don't they?
We have 9 people watching. I would really be if anybody is moved to leave a comment. I would love to know who you are.
What the hell are you
We
doing?
have somebody said goals.
Goals.
Yes, yeah, we were talking about
Goals.
this, and somebody
Thank you.
said goals. So
Yeah, we are. This was our goal
asthenia. Yeah,
to start this show again, and we
please. I mean, this show is the epitome of hustle. I mean, we are
Yeah.
we are grinding.
4 years in the making.
Yeah.
The other job to have, if I could just say, this is something I think about a lot, is there's a lot of people in Hollywood who are paid to not work, like the people that are set up to be a fall guy, like when things are going to go bad, they put you in as CEO so they can then just fire you and blame everything on you, and they have to, and you're known as such a screw up that they have to pay you an enormous amount to just like go away, just like if you'll leave today. Bob Chapek, who took over when Bob Iger stepped down as head of Disney, was paid $40 million. That's how bad they wanted him out there. They paid him $40 million
God, I gotta get
to
that
never
job.
work again.
Yeah.
And that's
I would hustle to get that job.
that man is my hero. He's my hero.
I would do it for $4 million.
Okay.
I would never work for 4 million, for 2 million.
I mean, it depends on your age. How much? I just got to get through another. I'd say 15 to 17 years.
Hey,
Personally,
Jesus, that sounds like a long time.
sorry. I mean, look, I'm,
But
I'm,
4
I'm
million,
ambitious.
4 million should do it for that amount of time. 40
If you're
million,
properly invested. Look, somebody's in Manchester, UK. Hello.
24-hour
Well,
Hello,
our
Richard.
international
Somebody-
audience.
Somebody says hello, Richard and Stacy. So not
That's Jim,
not Neil
Jim
and
Gibson
me.
there.
Okay.
Hello,
Oh,
Jim.
hi, Jim.
Is that a friend of yours? That
Yes.
It is.
Of course.
Yes.
What if everybody
Good
watching is
friend.
just somebody we already know? That's
highly likely. I wanted to before I think to round things out this week, we had one of my favorite moments in our group text that you all wish we were a part
there's
of.
so many great moments in our text. So.
There are. It
Hard
really
to
is
narrow
the
it down.
best group text.
Are we gonna put those up? Like, are we gonna?
No, those are that's our private communication.
No, I think that could go in like the Smithsonian or
Sell them
some
in-
university. would
Maybe we
want
can
that
sell
in
a
their
book
collection.
in book form. Like,
But we spent a lot of time this week. We had a lot of fun talking about the new Tesla diner that
Yeah.
opened in Los Angeles. Now, Stacey, you have a job writing. You write comedy for a
I'm a
Canadian
joke writer.
for a Canadian newspaper. No?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. It doesn't matter really, but
Yeah.
you're
That's
paid.
a tough
you're paid-
gig. Yeah, it's a
2 million readers. 2 million weekly readers.
Wow. You write for the Weekly Reader.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, Stacey was asking us to help sort of workshop jokes about the new Tesla diner. So, what is the Tesla diner? You guys are in LA. You know what? Have you been there yet?
I haven't been. It's on Santa Monica. It's a diner charging station. Obviously, you can't park there unless you're in a Tesla.
Right.
I checked out the menu. They've got some chili. They've got a cinnamon roll. They've got a smash burger, of course. By the way, I only just found out what actually makes something a smash burger.
Yeah.
Do you
What?
guys
No, I
if they
didn't know.
press it down, it's really thin.
Not just that. It has to have the crispy, lacy edges.
The
The
lacy
result
edges,
of
yeah.
the press down.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
Those
so it
lacy
changes everything.
But this is a
because-
diner that you walk into. It's not a drive. It's not a drive-in.
No, it looks
That
like
should
you're
be.
charging your car. It didn't look like robots bring you your food in your car.
I
There's
mean,
no
I would-
car
There is a
parts.
robot making the French fries, though.
Not really. There's
Oh.
there's like 3 robots, I think, in a case that you can look at, and then there's a robot that kind of, I don't know, just dicks around, and I don't think the robot.
Did you actually go?
No, I didn't go.
Because
I
I
just
think
looked at it.
imagine the parking is going to be a nightmare. I wonder if the lines are long.
If
I
you
mean,
have a
think-
Tesla, you obviously you can park there.
but those
it's
cyber
not.
trucks take up like 2 parking spaces.
Oh, and the food comes in these little Cybertruck cardboard boxes.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like the themed popcorn buckets they've been serving at movies lately. Okay. I like.
Oh,
I met the inventor of those at CinemaCon. Okay, he has
how was
a little
that?
stand. He would the
Oh, those are like the $30 popcorn buckets you can buy or
yeah,
something.
he designs one for every movie now. It's
Wow.
Oh,
Does he have
you
$40
have to be
million
a pretty
to
big
do
boy.
nothing?
Well,
I see.
regardless, I've got the chat here. There's some rumors. We came up with some pretty good jokes, I would say. Did you use any of
Yes,
these?
I went with try the chili, it'll put you in commode mode,
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was
which
yours.
I think is pretty funny.
That's pretty good. That's definitely
Yeah.
good. We were bandying about like cooking with gas or electricity a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think
That's
Uh,
a thinker. That was a bit of a thinker. I mean, I like the spirit of it,
we
but
didn't quite nail one down.
no.
We were talking about self-eating food or food that
Yeah.
delivers itself to you.
We
You
also had something about I ordered this before I knew he was
Yeah,
crazy.
I wrote, I bought my burger before he
Yeah.
went crazy. Stacy wrote, you eat the food and then boycott yourself.
hmm.
I personally like this one that I wrote. I don't know about anyone else, but Elon Musk is so involved in the operation of the Tesla diner that he sleeps on a cot in the walk-in freezer. Um,
I
I
don't
like
really
that.
get it, but
Well, because
He would sleep under his desk. Don't they
oh
sleep
yeah,
under
oh,
their
I
it
did
didn't
desks?
work.
this right because
So
he
he
did that.
sleeps
I've had it.
underneath
Yeah.
the fryer or
That one didn't
something.
make it out of the
Sleeps under the
writers' room.
fire. Yeah.
But Richard got some ha-has talking about getting a double helping of hamburger X with blue check mark fries, and you get free refills if you're verified. That was good. And
okay.
We should actually do a haha tally for the week.
I got Richard got two ha-has for
Because
that.
Richard just
One
discovered
of them
haha.
was by myself. I found out that you can haha your own comments. So I
Now, did you realize that you always known that you could haha? Because I've actually thought in my head in the past few years, I've thought, I wonder why Richard doesn't haha things. I wonder
yeah
if he
no
knows how to.
I
I'd
thought
like to maybe show. I hope he gets into the haha, and he did. But is it
yeah when I
because you
found out I can
realize you
haha
can only?
myself
Okay, that's what did it. That's what
So
put
did
it
you
in your
ha-ha
head.
that? Did you
I
ha-ha?
did I did I haha my
Texting is
So
much
your
better.
ha-has can't really be trusted because
We have some people in the chat
self-serving.
throwing in their jokes.
Oh, what are they?
Yeah, let's see. Asthenia,
Not too late for me to change.
each item on the menu is a math equation.
Nah, it's no ha-ha there. It's a good
Hey,
try. It's a good
don't
try.
be dissing our
No, it's a good try.
listener.
It's a good try. No, this is a writer's room. It's a
He
writer's
be
room.
that is
cooking in the
9% of our
kitchen.
readership that you just of our
Uh,
listenership that you just
I personally got two ha-has, which is a record for me because I generally I get the cricket emoji. At the drive-through, they play Grok around the clock.
Yeah.
Okay. What is there something to do with ketamine?
I
Is there kind of like
Okay.
a ketamine kids corner menu, kind of something like that?
Yeah, like ketamine sauce or something.
Or there's got to or just
Okay.
kind of throw that in there. I don't know. I missed I missed all this discourse on our thread because
Catch up.
I was doing some serious interviews for my other project. So, but this, I'm sorry I missed this. Otherwise, I would have tried to.
We were having a
contribute.
good time with it, and Amanda Fortini, who sort of our fifth Beatle.
Yeah.
I don't know if she wants to be publicly. I don't know if she wants to
she
be
said she's
outed.
coming next week.
Oh yeah.
you wait. The Fortini
She chimed in with some, she chimed in
ascendants.
with some good stuff about cooking electrically.
We were workshopping it. And it was just a sign that whole discourse as far as that that the magic is still happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was great banter.
so that's all I've got on the agenda for this week. We're at 50 minutes basically.
Yeah.
Well, I could just talk forever.
I'm still.
I could just talk to you guys forever.
I'm just butthurt that I can't figure out how to get the technology right. If anybody's watching and they're like an audio engineer or know how to set up live streams.
If anybody out there
me.
knows how to do things,
No, it's just maddening
let
because
us
you
fire
set it
you.
up.
Hope-
You set it up, and then it's all like, queued up. It's good to go. People are waiting, and I even upgraded the recording software, my subscription, so we could go straight in. And the same thing happened this week that happened last week. So I don't know. This
You
is
gotta-
this is a very Gen X. Actually, maybe the conceit of the show should be that in every episode we actually have a false link, like that's not the real
Yeah.
link, and then we go in and do the real one.
Make it as difficult as possible for
Yes,
people to listen to the
because
show.
that's how I operate. Whatever's the most difficult.
Yeah, whatever will lead to the
Try to
least
explain.
amount of personal success. is
That's
really-
right. That's right.
That's our way.
That's what we're about. And this is People Who Suck. This is our second episode of the reboot. I think it was just as good, if not better, than the first guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
I'm happy.
done.
I'm
Good
happy
stuff.
with it.
Let's hope we have so many people die again next week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, thanks
take us
everybody.
away,
We're
Chuck.
gonna take us out again with some fake "Feels So Good" with the late Chuck Mangione.
Music tonight.
Rest his soul. We got more people coming in now, guys.
I know. I'm gonna hang out. I'm just getting started.
All right, everyone. See you next time.
Am I-